Hello, thank you for joining the weekly dose of Emuna, a short audio to inject Emuna into our Shabbat. And this week's parasha, Lech Lecha. It's a map for a spiritual journey, the soul's path to awakening. And we receive a specific instruction on how to go about that spiritual journey, how to rise up so that we can stand before Hashem and meet our true purpose in life. So the first note that we receive from the Torah in this week's parsha is Lech Lecha. Start to walk, make the journey, step by step. Just start one step at a time, and you're sure to make the journey and fulfill your mission in life. Where are you supposed to go? Mi'artzecha. You're supposed to leave your aretz, leave your earthliness. Aretz, which is closely related to the word ratzon. We're supposed to leave our artziut, our earthly desires, and elevate ourselves so that we can fulfill our godliness, that spark of godliness that each and every one of us holds dear within, that we will be able to fulfill our connection to connecting to that life force, the godly force that we have within. The next note of instruction, mi moladetecha, from your birthplace, all those habits, those obstacles that we find occur to us by just living life, the rat race of life, the routine, day in, day out, getting up in the morning, getting the kids ready, going to work, coming back home, eating dinner, going to sleep, up, down, same thing, day after day, day after day. Those little bits and pieces of our everyday routine, they take us away from our ability to progress, from our ability to feel zest and excitement over what we're doing and the purpose that we're fulfilling. So all those habits that came with us that we do every single day is to break out of that shell and be able to see the renewal and the vigor in all that we do. And the last note is mi bet avicha, from the ways of our home, of our house, the ways of the world. The world is so forceful in showing us their terms, dictating to us how to respond, how to act, how to think. They define our whole being. It's about time that we leave that house of our Father, that we leave that definition, that pre-structured being part of the cookie cutter, that we have to always feel that we have to go with the flow of everyone else and how the world dictates us for us to act and respond. We're allowed to be our own selves, discover our own soul, and live our own destiny and our own path, because that's what our soul is yearning out for us to do. So the real moral of the story and how it connects to Shabbat is it's on Shabbat Kodesh that we're able to live in this world and see this world through Hashem's eyes. Hashem shows us His world every Shabbat. Every Shabbat is me'ain, is sort of a part of that whole Lech Lecha scheme of being able to leave our earthliness, leave the routines, leave the obstacles, leave the ways of the world, and to be able to literally envelop ourselves to a world that Hashem shows, as it's written in this week's parsha. Hashem will show us the land where we need to travel to. We don't know where we're going, and the challenge is not knowing and surrendering our knowledge, surrendering our mind to Hashem, and trusting that He is going to awaken our soul. He's going to reconnect us back to His to our holy root source on high, and be able to fulfill our needs, our soul's needs, if we just desire to want to see Him in our lives. And this is the spiritual journey. This is when our soul becomes the most visible to us on Shabbat Kodesh, when we leave all our bodily desires, when we leave all our earthliness and materialistic pleasures and delights of this world, and we're able to elevate everything and connect everything back to its source. I wish for all of us that this Shabbat Kodesh Be'ezrat Hashem, we will be able to enter into our own land, that Hashem will show us, that land of beauty, that land of holiness, that land of ourselves, the beauty within. Have a wonderful Shabbat.